Alright guys, so this is my second time making this video because I went to go crank the truck up and my CarPlay connected and yeah, completely ruined my video. But anyway, so I want to kind of give y'all a video introductory to my other truck here. This is my daily driver. This is what I do all my work. This is what I work out of and everything. This is what I take when I got to go pick up projects and stuff like that. The red one is my project. I work on that on the weekends. I drive it on the weekends. And yeah, it's not a daily driver. If you watch some of my YouTube videos on my red truck, some of the things I've put it through, you don't abuse a vehicle that bad and then expect it to be your daily driver, because trust me, that truck breaks. It doesn't break a lot, but it does break from time to time. Yeah, so yeah, I used to daily drive that truck all the time, but you can't really daily drive a vehicle that you're constantly beating around off-road and driving through mud holes, because there will be days where you spend all night working on it just so you can get to work the next morning. That's why I bought this truck. So I didn't have to do that. I mean, my main reason for buying it was I needed a 3/4 ton for towing, and I needed the extra cab, and I needed an 8-foot bed for work. So that was my reason to buy this. But anyway, so we'll start just like we did with the red truck. We'll start with the tires. So it's got BFG KO2s on it, 285 75 R16. BFG KO2s. Absolutely love these tires. They're quiet. They grip good off-road. They grip good in the rain. They look pretty good. The white letters absolutely look amazing on this white truck. And yeah, this thing is just awesome. And it's got the chrome wheels on it, which I absolutely love on this truck. It just makes the white pop a lot more with that chrome on the wheels. It's got a ranch hand front bumper. So yeah, it's got a few more things I want to do to it. This ranch hand was originally made for a Silverado, and it I had to modify it a little bit to make it fit the Sierra. But I got to get some diamond plate to put up in here to cover all this up. That'll be coming pretty soon. I have the diamond plate and everything. I just got to go down to the shop and cut it and weld it in there. I just haven't had time. It's got a bullet antenna. That was actually a birthday present, and I think it looks pretty cool on there. It's got some dents right here. This was a huge dent, and I had a guy pull it out. But there's some highs and lows spots here, and there's a bunch of scratches and tree sap. This truck was sideswiped before I got it. This truck was actually wrecked before I got it, and I've completely fixed it and, made it to what it is today. I put the ranch hand on because when I got it, didn't even have a grill, headlights, bumper, and it had nothing. And it had a huge dent up here, and the driver's side fender was smashed, and it needed an engine. So yeah, I fixed all of that. I replaced the engine, replaced the fender, replaced the bumper, replaced the grill, and got the dents pulled. And yeah, all in between buying the truck and fixing, I'm only in this truck for $4,000. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good with this thing. But I got to get some paint and body work done here still. So this will probably run me $400 or $500. So by the time it's all said and done, I'll be about $5,000 into this truck by the time I finish, because I still want to add a bed cover, and I still want to add seat covers and floor mats. But yeah, big dent was there, but now it's much smaller, just a lot of highs and lows on the panel, because you can see it if you look really only at the bottom. The camera's not really good enough to show, but yeah, you can kind of see it. Just a lot of little tiny dents where he was pulling it out. The dude did a great job, but when you're dealing with a dent that the dent was literally so big a small person could probably fit inside of it and be even with the rest of the body. That's how bad this dent was. He did a great job. It was so bad that this fuel door was even bent. So I replaced it. I just got one from a junkyard off of another white truck. Luckily, these white trucks are pretty easy to find. But yeah, and there was another small dent here, which I don't think was related to the dent. It's probably another time where somebody hit it with something, but got him to pull that out. It's got some clear coat issues here that I'm going to get fixed. Needs the bed liner redone, at least on the outside. Inside's pretty good, but on the outsides here, it's not. not too good, but I'm probably just going to get just a plastic covers to go over it, mainly because it's got these dents here on both sides. I don't know what he had set on here, but the previous owner did, but it dented the bed in, so I'll probably just get some plastic caps for it just to cover it up. And they're a little more durable than this bed liner, and they come down a little further, so it'll protect the paint. I did replace the SLE badges. That's why they look so dang crispy. Because the old ones were literally crispy. They were falling apart. So yeah, inside is literally perfect. That's why I want to get floor mats and seat covers for this to keep the inside perfect. This truck is 23 years old now at this point, and I want to keep it looking brand new. Because other than one cigarette burn in that seat, this truck is literally brand new on the inside. This truck is pushing 206,000 miles, which is not low by any means, but it's not high either. My previous truck to this had like 600,000 miles, and my red truck that y'all saw last has 430,000 miles, over 430,000 miles. So that's pretty low by my standards. So yeah, it's got a fifth wheel hitch in the back, which I don't have a fifth wheel trailer, but I guess if I get one day, I can put the hitch back there. It can support it. It is a 6.0 gas. I've hooked that Takeuchi skid steer there behind it, and it's a TL10, and it's a pretty heavy machine. And it does fine towing it. It's no speed demon, but it does get the job done. And yeah. One thing I do need to add to it, I learned these trucks do not come with the proper rated trailer hitch for what they're even rated to pull. So I need to get a heavier duty hitch receiver. That way when I'm pulling heavy loads, I don't have to worry about this hitch pulling off the back of this truck. I haven't had any issues so far, and I have pulled the skid steers multiple times. But the hitch is only like $230, the Kurt model. I forget the exact model it is, but it's made by Kurt, and I'm just gonna get that, and I won't have to worry about that anymore, because it's always in the back of my mind that the trailer's just gonna quick release from the back of the truck, and that would be really bad. So yeah, I did replace the headlights because they were missing when I got the truck. It does need the hood resprayed. But yeah, this thing is awesome. Some things it does need though under the hood. It currently needs brake pads and rotors because the current ones are warped a little bit. The dude who had this previous to me, I believe he was pulling a big fifth wheel camper, which explains the low miles. He probably, just towed the camper with this thing and, drove it back and forth to work. So that explains why the miles are pretty low, but I would imagine a lot of the miles are probably towing miles, which if it was mostly interstate, then that's not too big of a deal. So yeah, it's a 6.0 with a 4L80. The motor went out on it when I got the truck due to a lack of maintenance. Somebody, after this truck was wrecked, they let it sit for 4 years. Somebody went out to go crank it, and somebody must have left the key on before they cranked it, because it completely filled number 7 cylinder with gasoline and completely saturated the oil with at least a gallon of gasoline. That's how long. Somebody went to go crank it with number 7 cylinder full of gasoline, and they broke the connecting rod. So yeah, that was why the previous engine had such an early death. But yeah, that's no biggie. We put another motor in it. This engine's got about 150,000 on it. I only paid $600 for this engine. I bought a whole nother truck that had an engine in it, and I sold the rest of the truck for parts and recouped all the money except for $600, because that's what the motor cost me after I sold my parts truck that I got for this. And I also got a few other little goodies from it, like this fender I got from it. What else did I get from that truck? This hood did not come from it because the hood was in very rough condition on that other truck. Really, I think that was about it. Pretty sure I just took the air cleaner because the other one on this truck was had some broken tabs on it. What else did I take from that truck? Took the spark plug wires. The battery came out of it because the battery was good. That was really about it. That's really about all I got from that truck. Didn't get nearly as many usable parts. Oh, I did use the bumper from it for a while before I got this ranch hand bumper. But yeah. I got this grill here off Facebook Marketplace. It was cracked when I got it. It's actually still cracked right here, but you can't see it because it's painted black. I only paid 20 bucks for it. The chrome was peeling off of it, so I masked off the center part and painted it all gloss black. Doesn't look quite as good as it once did because it's covered in bugs and rock chips now. Just from, I drive this truck a lot. So yeah, it's a lot of interstate miles put on this, towing trailers and stuff like that, and constantly on job sites and stuff like that. So it gets a lot of rock chips put on it. But yeah, the paint still looks decent. And I put on this ranch hand here because I use this truck to go pick up projects, go pick up tractors that I buy for, just projects, and to pick up cars, trucks, all the other stuff. And I make a lot of long road trips to do that, and a lot of it I end up driving halfway through the night to so I can make it back home without sleeping. And I tow this trailer behind it. It's a 20-foot car hauler, and I don't want to be driving at 2 a.m, hit a deer, or take out my transmission cooler, radiators and all that, and just completely be done. So I got this bumper here, that way if I do hit a deer, I can keep right on going. And another thing too, speaking of transmission coolers, it's got a True Cool 40K behind the grill. That thing is awesome. I definitely recommend that. I've got them on both of my trucks, and they make the transmissions run about 30 to 40 degrees cooler on average over the factory cooler, which the factory cooler, if you look at it, is a complete joke compared to the new one. But yeah, that's really about it. There's not a whole lot done to this. It's pretty much stock. I just kind of wanted to show y'all it. So yeah, this is what I daily drive around. I absolutely love this truck. It's perfect for me, being a crew cab, long bed. I needed the extra cab on this truck, and having the longer bed is very, very helpful when you're towing. Mainly because the longer wheelbase makes it, ride smoother, it handles better, and you can put more stuff in the back. So yeah, having the 8-foot bed, all these tools back here, all these toolboxes, and there's still tons of room to spare. The 8-foot bed is just absolutely awesome. So yeah, and then with the tailgate drop, it's got over 10 feet of bed capacity. So yeah, having that 8-foot bed is very nice. This thing I think it's got like a 3,500 pound capacity of what it can hold in the bed. It might be just shy of 3,500 pounds, but it's pretty close to 3,500 pounds of capacity that it can hold. And I believe it because it's got some freaking stiff, big old springs in it. I can't even imagine what the 3/4 ton version of this can haul for payload. It can probably hold like 4,000, 5,000 pounds of stuff in the bed. If this little, 2,500 can hold like 3,500 pounds. So yeah, it does have the 410 gears in the back, which helps out a lot for towing, which is primarily what I use this truck for. Is towing dump trailers, tractors, cars, and stuff like that. I'd say about half the time I'm driving this truck, I'm towing something with it, and usually it's 4,000 pounds plus. Yeah, this thing does great. There's been plenty of times where I've hooked up 15, 16, 17,000 pounds behind this truck, and she's slow. It's slow to take off and everything, but it does it, and it doesn't complain, and it stays reliable, never breaks down. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep this truck around for a long time. There's not really anything I would want to upgrade to, because I don't really want a diesel just because of the added maintenance and all the emissions bullcrap that they have. And I don't really want a newer 6.0 because I know that the engines make more power and they've got a 6-speed transmission, which is very very helpful when you're towing, having the extra gears. But the interiors on those are horrible. They rattle, they shake, they fall apart. The interiors on these are comfortable. The seats are comfortable. They don't rattle and fall apart. So yeah, this is pretty much perfect for me. It can do everything. It's comfortable. I can drive it 14 hours straight and be perfectly comfortable in it, and yeah, not have to listen to the interior rattle away. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all think of this thing. I don't really want to build this truck or do any kind of mods to it, at least appearance wise. I do want to add a bed cover to it and some floor mats and seat covers, but that's it as far as mods go. I don't even want to put it on a leveling kit just because towing with a leveled truck, when you're towing heavy and you're going over overpasses on the interstate, it gets a little squirrely, as I found with my previous truck. Whereas this truck, being completely stock, rides really low in the front. It's a little butt high in the back, but when you put a trailer on it, that levels out. It handles very well. I can pull 15,000 pounds behind this, run 80 down the interstate, and go over overpasses and all sorts of stuff, go over bumps, and not feel like the thing's squirrely and I'm gonna lose control. It's very, very controllable. It feels just like you're unloaded, other than the fact that the gas pedal is going to be the floor to do 80, but that's really the only difference between loaded and unloaded with this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching.